Hey everybody, it's Andy here, aka Montolio, and we're back for another Vintage League. This is round 2, and we were playing Bazaar Shops, and we won the die roll. I think this hand is fine. It's got a ley line. I'm not sure what we're playing against here, but if we find a Bazaar, like the Benjamin looks a lot better. I'm going to keep this. They've mulliganed down to 5, so that gives me some hope. I mean, maybe they're playing Bazaars. That would feel really nice if they were, because we'd have a ley line. We are looking for a Bazaar off the top. We didn't find one, but I still think Stonecoil Serpent is solid. What I guess I'll play the Null Rod. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Next turn we can maybe make a 5/5 Stonecoil Serpent. Unfortunately, this does shut off our activating our Ballista, but I think just making our opponent play fair is our best chance. Okay, Bazaar. So that makes me feel a lot better about this keep because of the ley line. Okay, it's actually a hollow vine, or Hogak vine. That was a nice draw. I'm gonna play out the 1/1 here. If we get wastelanded, I like the ability to be able to trade my 3/3 and my 1/1. Okay, that's fine. Oh, nice. Leyline doing work. I can actually trade with the Root Walla here. I think I'm going to do that because I'm going to be bigger than they are here with the snake. Now, we do need to be cognizant of Force of Vigor. It is possible that they could have Force of Vigor if this is Hogak Vine. Oh, it's not Hogak Vine. It's Hollow Vine. Play a Sphere here. We can't attack because we are not the beatdown in this situation. I mean, we're not in the clear here by any means. We are going to need some help. Workshop. Okay, a big snake sure would be good here. So we're full on in on the workshop plan here. Yeah, this is one of the downfalls of not having a Bazaar, right? Is you have a lot of dead draws, like Bridge from Below and okay, Hollow One. That's pretty cool. How often do you get to hardcast a Hollow One? Not very often, I'd say. Now we're going to get our beatdown on. You know, if they want to attack and trade here, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm not going to be bashful about my life here. I can still survive a hit if they have the Force of Vigor, and I can sit back next turn. Well, if they have a Force of Vigor, I mean, it's bad for me, but so workshop plan works there. This deck does not function well without a Bazaar, but it can. And yeah, I mean, obviously we won that game because we have main deck Leyline, and you look at some of the success a deck like Combo Shops is having, and in my opinion, a lot of what Combo Shops does is they get free wins off of Leyline of the Void against decks like Breach. Beg your pardon, excuse me, Xerox and Breach. They just have trouble with main deck ley lines, and they steal wins there. And of course, any type of Bazaar strategy just really does not do well against main deck ley lines. So that is an example of why Leyline of the Void is so good. All right, so we are playing against Bazaar strategy here. So we don't want null rods. We know that for sure. I think Chalice of the Void has very little utility here. They definitely have wastelands. I could see running an increased land package here. Could also see running a couple surgicals. Like they don't even know that we're Bazaar strategy here because they didn't see the Bazaar. So I mean I feel good about that. I think Leyline of the Wood or Thorn is pretty mediocre. Like they're going to have Force of Vigors. Force of Vigors are going to come in. It's one of the reasons why bridges still might be pretty good here is, triggering, if they kill my hollow ones or not my ley line, my stone coils. I think that's fine. I think we're still looking for, see, this is a good hand. We're going to keep that because this is going to, if they are not catching on to our graveyard plan, what happens here with a hand like this is we bin the two bridges in the Vengevine and we play the Walking Ballista and the Stone Coils at 0 to trigger the Vengevine, and we'll actually get 4 zombie tokens, which is really powerful. But obviously, a Leyline of the Void or a surgical extraction changes the outcome of this for sure. But I think it's a byproduct of, does our opponent know what we're actually doing? And it's possible I showed them what we were doing last game. I might have played it once upon a time. I can't remember if that was the previous game, but I felt like we just were all in on a workshop plan last game, and they didn't see any of the the Vengevines in our hand or anything like that. So we never had the Bazaar. But it is 4:45 in the morning here. Kind of playing in between the rounds for the Vintage Challenge, the DGen Challenge this morning. So I could be wrong. I'm pretty tired, but one of the beauties of this deck is exactly what I'm talking about, though, is that your opponent doesn't necessarily know what you're doing. Well, I guess the sequencing now it doesn't work. It's random with horror on MTGO, which is pretty crazy. All right, well, let's see what we do here, guys. Yeah. Oh, they did have the surgical, so they know what's going on. Interesting that they, yeah, okay. I mean, I just pounded them with workshops last game. I don't know why they have the surgical. I mean, it's really good for them, for sure. I mean, we still got to go for the Vengevine kill here. We're not out of the water because we lost our bridges, but it kind of sucks that we lost them. Okay, beatdown's on. Next turn, we got a sphere that can come down. They got double Bazaar. Okay. They know what's in our hand because of the surgical, so we don't even need to worry about. We could just have 6. Squee, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Play the sphere here. And next turn we can wasteland. I mean, they're gonna have the squee come back, which is unfortunate. And hollow. Oh, interesting. Wow, that's so aggressive. I guess that's the type of hand they're playing. Squee is going to come back. They should be pretty aggressive at. They didn't Bazaar end a turn. I think they should have. You know, obviously a hollow one here isn't great for us. We're in a somewhat precarious position. We're still going to have a good Bazaar activation if we don't get wastelanded here. Yeah, so they got our Bazaar. Okay. So, I mean, I can wasteland them off. I think I have to be. I do want to go and get the Yeah, now they're smart to waste do that because they hit another squee. It looks a lot better. They didn't. I do want to go and get my own Bazaar with the Petrified Field, but if they miss here on this Bazaar and we wasteland them off Bazaar, we're going to win the game. I mean, they're at 4 life here, right? So they found a hollow one. Okay. So I feel like this puts us in a decent position here. Um, like I don't really want to attack into it. And now we can set up our own Bazaar, hopefully. ballista's nice. I can get very close to killing them next turn. I think I'm just going to attack now with the Vengevine. Yeah. I can pump up and kill them next turn if they don't find anything. Okay, there you have it.